just in time.
Oh, 3 points right there at the end of the quarter.
Only about 1 in 50 of those go down, but that's why you chuck them up there. You want to give yourself a chance.
As we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
And that night, guys, they didn't resemble the team we're used to seeing either as individuals or as a unit.
Steve, I thought there was really a lack of leadership. Nobody really gathered the team and tried to rally them. And sometimes you have to do that with your body language and your voice. To me, that was the most disappointing thing about the loss.
Bills at the power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Teague in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Teague left side. Korver. It's hauled in by Duncan.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those individuals when he's got that much room.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and, you know, that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
Horford, good.
And the defense just got a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Parker against Teague. On the wing, Green. Green left side. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Green's got 9.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Off the screen, and it's slammed in by Teague. But can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's a major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player in any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Kicks it to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker passes to Duncan. Teague against Green. Shot clock at 5. Leonard attacking. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Atlanta leading by 17. Teague kicks to Carroll. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense. And one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And that's the only way to stop him, Barkley. The defender has to be all over him with a hand in his face.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. Here's Teague. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Parker.
Talk about great numbers for team. 12 points and 4 assists. The success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Derek Clarkie's had a very steady hand from that line. And been an impressive all-around night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Milson. Kent Bazemore is checked in for DeMar Carroll. And John Jenkins subbed in for Kyle Korver.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer, Dan Coldwell. He's tight-lipped with the media. He lets the news along.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. Rebounded by Brand. Brand's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Popovich back in the 70s toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed Forces team. He speaks Serbian and Russian.
Yeah, you know, no surprise that, Kevin, given his experience abroad, that he helped make the Spurs real trendsetters as far as international scouting.
Teague for 3. Goes up again. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. Number 5, the Hawks.
I tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Splitters checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. From 11 feet away, rejected by Brand. And the basket good. There's 47 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Jenkins. San Antonio with the rebound. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Remember, that last matchup went right down to the wire before they pulled it out. I thought the big difference was the contribution this team got from its bench.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Bazemore misses.
Man, that's too bad. Easy shot there, and you got to knock that one down.
Well, that's a concentration cramp right there. I mean, just lost focus.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass there.
Here's Teague. Off the left rim and out.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
This Monday night, February 23rd.
And here at the end of the 3rd. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. The Hawks leading by 14. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got Ginobili. Hill's out there with Parker. Then there's Boris Diaw. And it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Knocks it loose. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Mills.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Scott kicks to Jenkins. Cranes it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Parker dishes to Mills. Back to Parker. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roof in the West and contending for championship.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Diaw. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Green in for Patty Mills. Here's Schroeder. His three-pointers off the mark. And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Parker. Duncan tried to break loose. Rebound Atlanta. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Well, he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call, went right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. You can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
And the Hawks have a completely new group on the floor. And San Antonio also making a switch. Baines is checked in. Spurs trail by 16. Now Green. And Leonard has it in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Teague gets to Millsap. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
But Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore the way the league's going. More emphasis now on spreading the floor, so if Millsap fits in easier, he can always find somebody to guard.
And for Millsap, frankly, his height has really never been an issue. I mean, this is a guy who is big-time rebounder throughout his years in college. And even though he's only 6'7", that 7-foot wingspan helps. And he's strong enough to hold his own with most forwards in the league.
Both free throws good from Green. No question, guys, that Millsap can rebound and defend the power forward position with the best of them.
Yeah, you remember he led the NCAA in rebounding all 3 of his seasons at Louisiana Tech. So this guy has a nose for the ball. So that was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Spurs trail by 15. Parker passes to Leonard. Duncan dishes to Parker. The 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Teague gets to Porter. Millsap trying to get open. And a big bounce off the rim, but sinks right in. And the Hawks lead by 17. And there's the feed to Parker. Takes it off the glass.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Here's Teague. The teardrop falls in.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming out.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. Teague, the pass to Porter. Offensive rebound. There's the dish to Pitt. Fires the 3. Korver, no luck.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other did. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And this evens up the season series. Good performance today. 2 more games, though, of course, coming in this season matchup.
This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season, Steve. These are 2 evenly matched squads.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
And Steve, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sound.
And stolen by Horford. Teague dishes to Korver. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you know, you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
So